what I buy my clients.
Been there.
So, yeah, one of my golden rule is that I only buy new homes. New homes doesn't mean pre-constructions. New homes means any homes first occupied after 2018 November 15th. That means there's no rent control.
Now we're allowed to build multiplexes. How do you think that's going to affect Toronto homeowners?
Okay. So I did. I'm not like Daryl. I only build a few custom-built homes myself. I built about 5 of them, including my own home, which where I'm sitting now. After that, I think I'm done. I think I'm still doing better as a realtor. Okay,
yeah, it's the
I'm not really
ever.
a developer.
Horrible business. Yeah.
It's not a horrible business, but I think I'm more gifted in being a realtor. I'm not very resistant to different weathers, like hot weather and cold weather. I would prefer stay at my comfortable home with air conditioning serving me instead of outside.
Are we talking metaphors though? Like, is that like the weather, or are you talking about
build
like
a house, man, in the winter? You got to go to the house. You have to go to the house, and it's friggin' cold because there's no heater, right?
I agree. You know, I'm from China. I was not born here, so I don't want to stay outside in the winter for too long.
It's no good if you're born here either. Trust me, it's horrible.
Okay. Yeah.
So what about your clients though? Like, what are they buying right now? Like, what are they looking for? Like, what is the typical deal that you're out there searching for?
Yeah. So I also want to talk a little bit about the construction side. I after I finish constructing business, I figure out that this is really not for profit, especially for amateurs. If you are not a professional builder like Daryl, it's not your business. So don't really build. You can buy and hold, and hopefully the land appreciate and sell it to builders, but don't build yourself. It's too much headache. And I think it's not really profitable because new builders who build for themselves make tons of mistakes. And all those mistakes are costing you, which makes the very marginal profit gone very soon. And some people even have a bigger loan than they can digest. I saw listings. I saw half-finished buildings in Scarborough being sold at land value. So a lot of people could go bankruptcy by building something that they cannot handle. Come back to the topic about what I buy my clients.
Been there.
So, one of my golden rule is that I only buy new homes. New homes doesn't mean pre-constructions. New homes means any homes first occupied after 2018 November 15th. That means there's no rent control. Why this is so important? Because in Ontario, tenants are really, really protected very well. They are protected like the new baby sitting in the room served by all the nurses. They have been spoiled in a way. So Ontario is not like Texas. There are 2 things that makes landlords a weaker position compared to tenants. Number 1, there's rent control. Most homes, you can only increase the rent for the same tenants for like 1 to 2% each year. And after certain years, your rent will be like 20%, 30% off market. That's when the problem happens, because the tenants are making like a positive cash flow in a way, like $800, $500 in a way each month. They're not going to move out. Okay, they're not going to move out. So the home literally becomes the tenant's home. I even see people sublease the home and doesn't return the home to the landlord. You know, they pay on time, they're okay, but they're just taking advantage. So the second thing is that in Ontario, the landlord cannot decide not to lease to the tenants after a contract expires. The tenant, however, can decide to move out at any time with 60 days notice. So that's 2 reasons: rent control and the fact that landlord cannot stop leasing a unit to someone makes landlord really in a weak position. I've seen bad tenants, they've just bullying the landlord. I even see landlord suicide. So the bad tenants stop paying rent. The landlord has to apply through LTB, and they need to wait for a year. So that it get heard. And the judge somehow always give the tenants a chance. If you pay off the bill, you got to stay there. So a lot of tenants, even if they get to pay the full amount after 1 year, they still make 5% from saving that in the bank account. That's why I always encourage my clients, including myself. I sold all of my old homes when the Ford government is in the house and changed the rent control rule. There's a small note there saying that any home first occupied after 2018 and November 15th are not subjective to rent roll. To rent control. So that way, if you have a bad tenant, you can increase the rent significantly. Especially when the tenants stop paying rent, you can increase the rent very harshly so that when after 1 year, they're not just paying you like 3,000 times 12, like 36,000. They can be paying you like 10K times 12, like 120K. As the tenants, they know this. If they make troubles with new homes owners, they will be facing this issue. That's when they go to LTB, they could go bankrupt. So that's the bad tenants. They now, based on my observation, they try to avoid new homeowners and go and find only those old homeowners to target on and bully those people. So in my opinion, I think holding new homes in Ontario is a good choice. You can increase the rent as much as you want. I normally only increase to like 10% of market rents if they are good tenants, okay? But if they're bad tenants, the landlord at least have a way to, bargain with the tenants. As a tenants, they all know better than the landlord. They now focusing on leasing and bullying only the old homeowners.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.